Hello there, and welcome back to Writing from Scratch with me, Tom. On today's video, I want to talk to you about how to create a map for your novel. When it comes to fantasy and sci-fi genres, looking at and creating maps for your novel is something that has consumed aspiring authors for a long time. Just looking at the wonderful maps from Lord of the Rings or A Song of Ice and Fire or The Wheel of Time has often given people lots of inspiration about writing their own fantasy and sci-fi novels. So on today's video, I want to share with you a few different methods that you can use to create your best and perfect fantasy map. The first method is the rice throw technique, which is already a famous example of how to quickly, cheaply and easily make a random map without much thought. Simply have a piece of paper, a handful of rice, and throw. The rice will form the skeleton of land masses and geography. From there, you can trace out the shapes with a pencil and add in the details. The great benefit of this technique is that the map will be entirely unique due to how randomly the rice will fall. This gives you real flexibility and takes away a lot of the hard cartographic work. When you're adding details, I would recommend starting simply. Don't get hung up on putting in every individual detail, as it isn't essential for you to understand the map. You just want to get an idea of the shape and the structure of your world. You'll have a lot of flexibility here because this is fantasy. Your map doesn't even need to resemble our world because it's not real. So have fun throwing your rice and enjoy it. A second method that is quite common is to use real-world geography and reshape it to suit your needs. To do this, take a real map and from there, make either minor or major changes. You can change the shape, you can rotate or flip certain elements, you can take some away and add others. There's a lot of flexibility here. The benefit of using this method is that your map will follow realistic geography rules, as it's based on real life. This means that it will be more believable and will be easier for you to interpret the geographic implications of your design as you use real life history. When adding details, you have lots of choices. You can completely start the map again and remove all the real-world features, or you can keep them there and save yourself some work. It really depends on time and what you find enjoyable. A third method is, of course, to completely make your own map freehand, without any inspiration or method. This is suitable for super creative people who want to plan every inch of their world to the detail. All you need is a pencil and paper and time, and off you go. The benefit of this is that you have complete creative control over the map, and it can take the form of anything you can imagine. This allows you to create unique and realistically impossible geography formations that can reflect the nature of your fantasy world. Generally, the more unbelievable the map, the higher the level of fantasy. So if you're writing a very high fantasy novel, this is a great method. When adding details, it is entirely up to you, but just remember that you'll need to think of everything and don't have real-world references to lean on if you get stuck. Just keep that in mind. Finally, let's discuss digital map creation. There's a lot of software out there for creating maps, but for me, I found the best to be Incarnate, which has a wide range of assets and capabilities to create some brilliantly styled fantasy maps. The benefits of using digital creation is that if you're not good at drawing or can't think about what to include in your map, there's lots of icons that can inspire new ideas, and the program takes care of the drawing for you. It's also very intuitive, which allows you to quickly and effectively make a map. More than that, you also have a digital copy, so that you can interact and edit it anywhere, unlike a paper copy which you need to keep track of. Naturally, the cost of these pieces of software will be a factor that you need to take into consideration. The other limitation that you need to keep in mind is that some software might not have the icons or features that you need or want. Paper mapping means that the only limit is what you can imagine and draw. Important to consider. So that's all we have time for today. Thank you very much for joining me on Writing from Scratch. I hope this video has given you a few different ideas that you can use to create the perfect fantasy map for your novel. Good luck, and let me know how it goes down in the comments below. Other than that, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing the video with your friends, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much.